Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the horror comedy Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, directed by Christopher Landon, the son of the late Michael Landon. And the film finds three best friends who happen to be Boy Scouts battling the undead during the zombie apocalypse. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave the plot at that. The movie was released back in October of 2015. It came and went really quickly. It didn't play in a whole lot of theaters, and if I recall correctly, it was due to the fact that the movie was released in theaters and on demand on the same day. And some theaters just decided not to show the movie. Some theater chains just boycotted the film. So it came and went really quickly. I didn't hear a whole lot about the movie, and when I did hear about the movie, it was mostly negative. I heard the film called boring. I heard it called juvenile. I heard it called illogical. And if you're watching a horror comedy about three Boy Scouts battling the undead during a zombie apocalypse and you're expecting logic, that to me is very illogical. I can also say that the movie's not boring at all. As far as being juvenile goes, if the humor in the film is juvenile, call me juvenile, because from the moment go, from the opening moments of the film until the closing credits, I was in stitches. I laughed out loud countless times. I'm just coming around to discovering a lot of these 2015 movies now here early in 2016. What We Do in the Shadows, Turbo Kid. I loved both those movies, and I will add Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse to that list of great 2015 movies. I would even go so far as to put Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse right up there alongside Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead as far as great horror, comedy, zombie comedies. As a matter of fact, if you guys saw the film Cooties, which is kind of similar in tone, it stars Rainn Wilson. If you liked that movie, I think you'll really like Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, because I think Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse is a much better movie than Cooties all around. I loved the characters in this film. I loved the characters. The movie took the time to establish the characters, to give us a feel of who these characters are, about their background, about their friendship, about the fact that they're in high school but they're Boy Scouts, so they're kind of considered, nerds and outcasts. Yet at the same time, it kept the pacing flawless. It spent just enough time with the characters, and it spent quality time with the characters to invest us in who these characters are, so that when they throw them into the middle of the zombie apocalypse, we're rooting for them. We're worried about them. And the film creates some nice suspense and tension as far as, will our three protagonists survive the zombie apocalypse, put it that way. And very few movies, even movies that I really, really like, don't get me invested into the characters. And I really, really liked these characters. I thought these were high school kids who felt like real high school kids, and they looked like real high school kids. They weren't, 30-something-year-old actors playing high school kids, talking like, a 40-year-old screenwriter thinks high school kids talk today. So kudos to Mr. Landon, who co-wrote the screenplay along with some other folks. Great screenplay. I like the dialogue in the film. Again, pacing flawless. The characters were great. I love the characters. All the acting in the film is phenomenal. The three leads do a phenomenal job in this film. Great performances. David Koechner's in the movie. David Koechner's in like everything. He was in Krampus last year as well, which I really liked, and he's great here in Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse as well. Lots of blood splatter, lots of heads exploding, lots of necks being chomped, lots of other body parts being chomped. I'll leave it at that. And so we have a mixture of practical gore effects thrown in there with some CGI effects too. A lot of CGI effects, some enhancement CGI to the practical effects, which works great, and some actual, some decent CGI effects in the movie as well. Lots of blood, lots of gore, what you would expect from a zombie comedy. A lot of it over the top, but really well done. I thought the zombie makeups looked really good as well. And as I said, literally from the moment, the opening moments of the movie to the end, I was in stitches. I laughed out loud countless times. I laughed out loud more watching this movie than any movie that I can think of recently watching. And I really want to describe some of the sequences in the movie, but I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to go out and watch it and be as surprised as I was by some of the gags that they pull. Put it that way, that they pull in this movie. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean when I'm talking about pull. A well-made movie, a well-written movie, a flawlessly paced movie with great characters that you love, that you root for. If you're a horror fan, there's lots of great sort of odes to old to horror films. There's a Halloween homage in there, I noticed. There's a Day of the Dead homage in there. I noticed probably countless more that I didn't see. Just if you're a fan of horror, there's that for you. If you like over-the-top comedies, there's that there for you as well. There's great characters. There's good dialogue. It's just a well-made, well-paced, really good, thoroughly entertaining film. If you've not seen Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, if you've avoided it because it didn't get a big wide release or because you've heard people, speaking on it negatively, go watch it. I think you'll really, really enjoy it. Again, you go to a horror comedy about Boy Scouts battling the undead during the zombie apocalypse and you want logic. I don't get it. I don't get it. And hey, like I said, call me juvenile because the humor in the movie had me in stitches pretty much the whole time. Go check out Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. If you've seen the film, please let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. If you've not seen the film, go check it out. Come back and let me know what you thought of it in the comments section below. As always, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Take care. And until next time, peace.